Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. I got a hot one for you today. Today I'm going to talk about my experience using the fuelox fuel additive. This has been a 10-day fuel challenge in a Mack CXU 613 using the fuelox fuel additive. So stay tuned. Let's talk a little bit about this fuel additive. This is their all-season fuel additive. They do make a winter season fuel additive that is an anti-gel, but I'm going to read just a little bit of the features that are on the back of this bottle. This treats diesel and gasoline engines, reduces fuel consumption by 7 to 12%, cleans fuel systems, boosts horsepower, improves upper cylinder lubricity, removes water from fuel, reduces emissions, and can stabilize your fuel up to 2 years. Before I purchased this and was reading some stuff online, it talked about you're going to use less DEF. Well, I have to put DEF into my tank, so I figured, hey, why not track it on a 10-day fuel challenge? Now I'm going to get into the numbers. Let's break down the last 10 days using the fuelox fuel additive. I'm going to talk about my truck fuel. I'm going to talk about my DEF fluid, and I'm also going to talk about my reefer fuel. Now, I did use the fuelox in all my truck fuel ups and my reefer fuel ups. And just to be clear, I used 1 ounce per tank. 1 ounce treats 80 gallons of fuel. So I was using 2 ounces each time I fueled up the truck, and I used half an ounce each time I fueled up the reefer. So yeah, let's jump right into these numbers. Let's talk about the truck fuel first. I ended up fueling my truck up 5 times. I ended up traveling 4,164 miles on those 5 fuel ups. My average cost for fuel was $3.32. Now that's what I paid for the fuel with discounts. I ended up purchasing 588.18 gallons of truck fuel for a total cost of $1,950.23. Now I averaged 7.08 miles per gallon in 4,164 miles. So my truck cost fuel per mile was 46 cents. The second is my reefer fuel. I haul reefer freight, so I need to fill my tank occasionally. I ended up filling my tank, not all the way. I had 20-gallon fuel up, a 12-gallon fuel up, a 36-gallon fuel up, and a 23-gallon fuel up. So I fueled up my reefer 4 times in these 10 days. Total amount of gallons purchased was 91.43 gallons in 10 days into the reefer, for a total cost of $333.49. That is a cost per mile of 8 cents in reefer fuel. Last fuel item is my DEF fluid. Now the fuelox in their description says that it will allow you to use less DEF fluid if you use this fuel additive every fuel up. So let's talk about how much DEF fluid I went through in 10 days. I ended up filling my DEF tank twice. Once when I left, I pumped 14.84 gallons, and then I fueled up almost when this entire load was done. Back in Wisconsin, I pumped 10.86 gallons of DEF fluid. So I had a total of 25.7 gallons of DEF fluid on this trip, for a total cost of $104.69. That is a cost per mile of 2.5 cents in DEF fluid. Now, let's talk about the mileage that I received on my DEF fluid. If you remember, I traveled 4,164 miles in 10 days. I pumped 25.7 gallons of DEF fluid. That is 162 miles per gallon in DEF fluid. What's my overall opinion on the fuelox fuel additive? Right now, I'm going to say it's pretty high. Now, I didn't see the drastic change in my fuel economy that it says that you can get between 7 and 10% better fuel efficiency. I'm right at 7.08 miles per gallon in these 10 days, which is pretty average for this Max CXU 613. But where I really saw a difference was in my reefer fuel. I don't think I went through as much reefer fuel as I normally do. 91.43 gallons in 10 days. That's under 10 gallons a day. Like, that's really good in my mind. And I also think the miles per gallon I received in my DEF fluid of 162 miles per gallon in DEF fluid is very good. So like I said, I would say right now, I'm going to do this for a month and see what the numbers shake out to be. But so far, in these 10 days, I think this product is not snake oil. It's a very good product, and you can find it at thefuelox.com. And once again, this is the all-season fuel additive. And if you use promo code DIY Semi at checkout, you'll get a discount. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.